try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they're scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try the chains, you can say no, free me. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yeah, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why they say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
Like you, be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one, only one. I was an ordinary boy until I broke the rules, my life destroyed. A life destroyed.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Hello, hello, hello. And welcome to a hopefully fun and productive Saturday stream. I've labeled this Artifact Hunting. We're going to be spending some time killing some open world bosses or who knows what. Obviously working towards the overall Phoenix, which is a part of the current season pass. And so lots of opportunities, lots of fun things to go and find this season. Obviously, I'll be playing on the controller and on Maramra, whatever the name of the server is, Maramra. So thank you guys so much for checking this out. If you're watching this as a VOD, sound off in the comments with VOD Squad. I really appreciate y'all's support, but the other best and free way to support the content is hit that like button. This is a great way of seeing everything continue to rock and roll. Now, Vintage Jeff says, the controller AGS setup is terrible. I went to Steam Input, too many bugs. I just can't remap. Yes, you cannot currently remap the controller, but when it comes to bugs, the only time I've seen bugs with the controller is when Steam Input is, in fact, on. So I disabled Steam Input, and I haven't had any problems. But because of how I run these streams, you guys are all welcome to join in. Always check out the top link in the description. Get involved in the Discord in any capacity that you want, whether it's casually or you know, I guess more hardcore. I like to hang out with you guys and play video games, and yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna open up Discord chat. Welcome in Discord chat. How y'all doing today?
I'm doing all right, Brian. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I was doing a little fishing. Let me just check to see if I got anything that I need to knock out in my activity card before I like go off and try to kill this, you know, kill these open world bosses. Let's see here. I got
an open world boss.
Oh, okay. I do need to catch some fish, so I'm gonna go ahead and pin that. Let's see if there's anything else with a fishing. Get those knocked out. Yeah. All right, cool. Ooh, killed enemies with magic. Nice. All right. Let's see here. And let's grab some of this bait. Maybe do I have? Ooh, I got some snail bait. Let's go with that. Got plenty of that. I'm on. What's that pronoun? Maramra.
Yeah.
Maramra. The Mama server or whatever.
Where's Yammering when you need him?
I know he's my pronunciation expert. That's why I'm against server mergers. Is like, just don't let me have to learn a new name. Come on, please.
I'm surprised they just don't have mega servers at this point.
That I think is going to be the best possible solution for them, because like when it comes, like, you know, Blue Protocol, that's how they're getting, you know, set up. It's, you know, there's no server selection, and I think that just like let the servers manage that in the background and let just people play, because it's like the you know, I don't know how you guys feel. I don't know how chat feels if they like server divisions. I remember there are people who argued for that, and I was like, no, I just want to hang out and play. Like, oh good,
yeah. Well, the thing is that if you're gonna have it all be in like a mega server, then you have to make sure that everything is balanced.
Yes, that is an absolutely excellent point.
Because the problem, especially was early on, was that like they didn't balance the economy, so people have like bajillions of gold.
For me, it's just like, if it's a small game,
I literally am
smaller
the gingerbread
servers,
man.
you know, you don't need a mega server. If it's a larger game, mega servers just become a logistical, you know, necessity.
Dark Lantern, thank you so much. Tier 1 sub over on Twitch, 78 months of support. Thank you for that. Let's add that.
How many years is that?
Let's do. Somebody get out a calculator. This guy's a freaking legend.
34 months is 3 years. 60 months is 5. No, is it 60 months? 5 years.
All right.
Must be a lot.
That is a lot of months.
6.5 years.
That's incredible. Thank you so much, Dark Lantern, for that support. That pushes us up by 1. For those of you who are new around here or not aware, for every 25 members or Twitch subs or whatever, I gift out 5 memberships here on Ginger Prime to the community. So thank you so much for that support. We're chipping it up there. Oh, and I have cool graphics, dropping a Phoenix on the chat. Thank you so much for that, dude. I appreciate it. I need to be better at remembering those. All right.
Yo.
Cool. Yo. All right. Let's see here. Gotta keep fishing. I need more. I thought I saw the fish jumping, but I guess I was just seeing what I wanted to see. What's up, Crash? How you doing? Yeah, this is also not the final controller update. They will be bringing in customization. Like, one of the things that I think would be a real big win for the controller player is, honestly, I really would like them to kind of redesign their marketing, their market infrastructure, like just how the overall UI works anyway. But the like there could be a lot of value in those menus having, like, quick, shortcuts on the controller. They've already started doing it, so you can clearly see, like, this is a work in progress. And I'm Take C. Hopefully I'm not butchering your name. Welcome in. Can you call in AGS for helping this game, sir? I hope players come back. So the thing that, like, a lot of the narrative online, that no matter, like, it just, there is.
Speak of the pronunciation double, and here he comes.
All right, how do we pronounce the server? Maramra? Marama, thank you. All right, we got it. We got my coach here in chat with me, guys, for learning how to speak English after 40 years. Anyway, so one of the things that is really important that I think, and this is maybe I haven't consumed all of the analysts from, especially for MMOs, it's out there. So if there's somebody who's been saying what I'm about to say, like, I don't want to throw shade at them, but what I never hear from people talk about is marketing when it comes to how do you get players back in. Now, generally that's because marketing is usually associated right with an expansion, right? That's usually where you're going to put your money. But I don't believe right now there are Twitch drops on Twitch. Can somebody confirm or deny that?
Yeah, no Twitch drops right now at the moment.
Season 5 comes out. No Twitch drops, right? So the devs are not actively marketing the game, and marketing does two things. A lot of people think it just brings players back in, but it's also about keeping and retaining the players that you have. The reason why, like, if you go buy a car, you're going to see even more car advertisements because they want you to be like, yeah, I'm happy with my purchase. So that is one aspect, and one thing I'm not actually worried about, because I don't think now is the right time to, like, put that kind of effort into it. Summer's Games Fest, depending on what they add in, might, but more or less you'll probably see that generally, like what we see with the current cycle, it really kind of peaks in the fall, and it just kind of dies down, during the spring and summertime, and then peaks again in the fall. Let's see here, I'll grab this one. Is there any other complete 2-town projects? Oh, season 25. So anyway, that's my thought. Christian says, I like how you just plug in the controller and it switches so smoothly, especially if you plug in a PlayStation 5 controller. Like, it's fantastic. But you want controllers with the Steam input off. You have no clue what your server tunes are on. If it's been a long time, generally sometimes they give you the ability to just swap it over.
Pick a server, yeah. Especially if it's been merged.
Yeah.
Like before, what they'll do is they'll just be like, oh, hey, pick a server.
Which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see here. Actually, I should have looked better at those. I want to get these hatchets knocked out, because then I got some wild cards that I can use for some other stuff. Complete 2-town project missions. I think that should be straightforward. Gather tier 5 resource nodes. Okay. Any other hatchet? All right, those are the last remaining hatchet stuff. All right, cool. I can swap out of my fisher gear. Let's go back to my healer. And if anybody wants to jump in, there's a couple of open world bosses I wouldn't mind going and, like, pounding into the sand to see if we can get there to them to drop some artifacts.
What level do you have to be to do that?
You can be any level. Now, in terms of
I'll
surviving,
do it
and yeah, like the appropriate, like, I guess caveat is the monsters are hard, but there's no, like, gatekeeping of, like, oh, I'm sorry, you're not this level, so you can't go out here. Now, I don't know, like, the one that I was going to do first is out in Elysian Wilds, so you'll have to correct me if.
Oh, I bought the expansion, so.
Oh, okay, cool.
I have the flail. I love it.
Oh, flail's great. Flail is great.
I tried to use Fire Staff in UL, but I just could not get into it.
Oh, really? Wow. Like, Fire Staff feels like it's a blast.
Maybe it's just because I was using a low-level one, but I was just like... Because I normally play Mage, but I'm just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. The magic in New World is not, doesn't always feel great.
Yeah, for some reason, like, the
melee
ranged weapons aren't as good as the hitty ones.
Yeah, the melee weapons are usually feel better for whatever reason.
Yeah. I was trying to do blunderbuss, and it was just like... took forever to kill anything.
Blunderbuss can be fun.
Yeah, see, the teleport menu has like a hotkey, which is nice. But like some menus, like, you know, you have to go click the button versus like press X or press, you know, B. Oh no!
Oh,
no!
Transformer just blew.
No.
Oh my god.
Huh?
Nasrul was saying in chat. Transformer just blew, so emergency shutdown on his computer. That sucks.
That sucks.
That's unfortunate.
Oh no.
All right.
How do you blow a transformer?
I don't know.
I don't know. Or maybe he means circuit? I don't know.
Excessive use.
Transformer is like for the neighborhood.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm just like...
Like...
I think... Isn't there small transformers on the motherboard?
Maybe his
No.
whole
capacitors.
network is like maybe
Yeah,
his
those
whole
are capacitors.
neighborhood's out or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe filling with his neighborhood.
Transformer are like those metal boxes in
Oh.
like your apartment complex.
That's a great question. Chat's asking, what is my vertical and horizontal sensitivity set to? I did adjust it, and in my controller guide, I think I do show it off. But I've got horizontal sensitivity at 32 with vertical sensitivity at 28. And then aim down sights is at 19 and 6, you know, because I don't want to go up and down too much. But that's what I've got. Hopefully you can kind of see that. Let's see here. I was going to get... I guess I could probably just buy it from the market. It's like, why run out and gather flint for myself when I'm just sitting on mountains of cash?
Buy flint.
Yeah.
I mean, how cheap is flint?
Let's find out. 24 cents.
Okay.
Oh, this is just...
So nobody's allowed to own the Elysium Wilds?
Yeah, it's not
not
a
yet.
zone, but we got they gave us the Ever Eden's Grove 13, 12. That should be done. Sweet, awesome. That's what I wanted.
Okay. I'm gonna craft up a bunch of potions and food so I don't die.
That's wise.
And then I'm gonna head down there.
Play 2 songs. Okay, I can do that. All right, let's see here. A song selected: Black Fisherman's Lament, Fellows of Westward. Playing the bass. I wish they'd bring back Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
I was just like, that'd be a game that I would love to play with the kids.
I just wish they'd make the guitars last a bit longer than they used to. It used to be just cheap plastic.
Oh yeah. Like make
It was like what 2000, the
Yeah.
2000s. So
To be fair, it was what a time to be alive for games.
yeah.
Oh, my perfect streak.
No. Oh.
I still got 4 stars.
That's good.
All right. And now I click tips. Let me pick a different song because I don't want to play the bass. Honey and biscuits. Oh. Reward. All together now. That's better. Ah! Sweet. All right, sweet. That's what I wanted. Perfect. All right. Exit performance. There we go. All right. And let's get some. Check my potions real quick.
Sorry if I'm quiet, guys. I'm just an Iron Banner.
You're good, dude.
No worries, you're concentrating.
You
That's
gotta,
fine.
you gotta focus.
Currently in Gambit myself.
Oh, Gambit.
I'm
Nice.
gonna, yeah. I'm Destiny PvP is genius. Honestly, I love it.
Oh yeah, I love Destiny's PvP. I wish that's where I always get frustrated because they never like seem to invest in it. They're like, oh yeah,
Even though it's like 40% of their player base. Like,
Because it's so good, man.
oh, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, like, they don't
No,
invest in it, but it's like they really should.
They just brought out PvP seasons. I'd go for it.
Wasn't that kind of like along the lines of Iron Banner or whatever the...
Special events. Like, the last thing they really did for anything was like Season of the Drifter.
What the?
I might not have it. I might just need to check my inventory. Utilities. Okay, yeah. I was like, use regeneration potion. Equip.
How is Gambit going for you?
We are tied right now. Well, slightly winning, but tied basically. Yeah.
Primeval come out yet?
No.
Oh. Apparently, you have to be level 60 to enter Elysium.
That makes sense. Ooh.
Cool. There we go. Perfect. All right. Character.
No.
Wendy says Destiny PvP is good, though it ruined for me at one point because when free-to-play, the hacks came in droves and it made it unplayable. That sucks.
No, not wrong.
Yeah.
Well, it was like because they also didn't really have any anti-cheat, and I remember when they implemented that, all of a sudden it's like, wow, I'm actually doing really good.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
I don't know what they're doing with their attitude because it just doesn't work.
oh well, like that's the problem with anti-cheating in and of itself is because you got like you can try like, and it's just it's always going to be a constant battle of trying to, because people get too much, especially when it's free. Like people, there's no like, oh man, I don't want to. It cost me $60. I think I don't want to risk. I don't have to keep paying $60.
Yeah.
I don't know why the PvP offering should probably be behind a paywall. It's one of the better parts of the game.
Yeah, I think my personal view is that I think all video games at a minimum should be buy to play, or behind some kind of like, you know, Game Pass subscription. Like free to play, I think has done too much damage to gaming, and it's so lucrative too. And it's just like, and I don't have I don't have spending problems. I just look at it and go, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's free, you are the product.
Yep. All right, Crash. What level are you?
Who? Oh.
Crash. You just sent me a party invite.
I am 23.
Okay. Lail Mastery. Oh yeah, I probably should make my campsite.
Which tree do you use for the flail?
Why does it say camping is not unlocked yet?
What?
Bug. Alright, I'm gonna see if anybody else. Crash, are you coming out here to the Elysian Wilds?
Yeah.
Cool. Alright, I'll wait for you and then see if you can set down a camp. That way if we die, it's not gonna be as painful.
I will grind until you guys go to a different boss.
Do you have a ranged weapon at all?
Me?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a few in my inventory.
Cool.
Oh, or the other guy, yeah.
I was just like, yeah, because want to probably be able to, if you're low level fighting this thing.
Do not.
I just got an exotic Anchor.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
It's always fun.
Oh, I have hatchet actually. Ranged.
Looks like you're flying in the air.
Oopadoo.
Boop-a-doop-a-doo.
Like Superman. Just jumped off a 1,000-foot cliff.
Oh, wow. All right. What's up, Crash? All right.
Hey.
Let's see if you can set down a camp.
Building it.
Oh, yes. Perfect. Oh, I don't have any. There you go. Perfect. Let's see if the... Typically, like, there'll be some enemies that kind of spawn outside of this cave. Yep, there they are. There we go, perfect. Avoid the fire.
Hello.
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 What's up?
What is that? Oh, is that? What is that? Is that a flower?
Giant flower.
Explodey boy.
Yeah, I was soloing this guy the other day trying to get the drops.
He's got some health.
Oh yeah, he's got something to work on for sure. Like he's not just gonna give up this artifact, so we gotta try to earn it.
The thing is, once he's dead, will he actually drop it?
You never know.
Or is he gonna blue ball you?
Probably that.
So, fun fact, doesn't New Worlds doesn't it have a skill system quite like Landscape?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like you just run in and you start chopping lumber to your heart's content.
Yep. As long as your axe doesn't break.
It doesn't make you set the logs on fire for like 1,000 times to get lab right.
No. Well, it depends. Like, if you are like level 200 and you're trying to get charcoal and you just like burn a bunch of it, a bunch of wood for charcoal, yeah, it's gonna take you a while to get a level. But like at first, you could probably just make a bunch of charcoal and you'll be like smelting like 25 or something.
Yeah. Levels come really easy in craft skills early on.
There's a weird, not weird, but there's a curve that they employ. Experience curve.
So does it diminish slowly or does it just?
It like, so the first 50 level, they've changed the curve a couple times. The first 50 levels are fast, then the next 50 are slow, the next 50 are fast, and then the next 50 are like freaking molasses. So, but they've messed with the rate at which you gain levels in regards to multiple life skills, multiple times. They messed with fishing, which I thought was really weird. This fishing was freaking stupid easy.
It still is, I feel like.
Yeah, well, they lowered the amount of experience needed for it, but I'm just like, dude, it wasn't hard to get levels in the first place for fishing. So it's just like, why would they mess with it? But I guess people were just being dumb.
People being people.
People will people.
Yeah. It's a truism as old as time. People are gonna people.
But oh, come on. Lost 9 minutes. Oh, good. You're with me. Yes.
In fact, your remote's back once you die.
Some of them.
Yeah.
You get, when you die, you lose like a portion.
Yeah.
But you never get the full amount you lost back. So like if you lost 15, I think you can get back like 10. So it's a balanced thing, I guess.
Any good news about New World? I think for me the good news is native controller support. We got they confirmed that are going to be at Summer Games Fest, and it seems like swimming is definitely coming in, and probably some other stuff. But I like swimming in my mind also isn't content, so I think
swimming is not necessary.
It can't, yeah, it's not necessary. But in terms of like does it have swimming? Does it have mounts? Okay, they have all these these things now.
Oh, swimming is a core part of the MMO experience.
Oh yeah, just like in FF14, they added it and nothing changed.
Oh, dude, it's poorly implemented in 14. It drives me so, because like there's no reason for it to exist.
Like, yeah, it was dumb. It was like, the bathing suits, sure, because it's, you know, they have Costa del Sol and all that.
Yeah. I mean, animations are great, but it's like, all right, it's just it ends up being annoying.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, oh, swimming, okay.
Especially the quest where you just have to go underwater to find one thing.
Yeah, exactly. Animations frequency says, yeah, they did it like beautifully job anime, but then also like they originally said it was like, yeah, there's no loading screen and whatnot, and then it definitely has a loading screen. Like, as opposed to
no,
like,
it's not a loading screen, Brian. It's a transition.
Whatever.
Between above water and below water. Get it right.
Why do you hate 14, Brian? I don't, you weirdo.
I hate 14.
The comments you get in the YouTube video from that cult are insane.
Oh man, dude, it's like I love it. Like I'm just like I capture these images and it's just like, man, these guys are crazy. Come in.
Is Final Fantasy 14 worth checking out?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Close the door.
It's definitely an experience.
If you're, I'd try the free trial. If you're willing, after that, you commit to it.
There's a free trial?
Yeah, it covers
I'd say it is like the best thing to spend money on.
Well, not spend money on because it's the free
I mean,
trial.
like that's what I mean. Like it is absolutely insane.
It is worth it. It is worth it.
Oh, there's some treasure chest over here.
I mean,
Elite.
Ooh, that was
It just
something I
looked
needed.
like a lot.
Oh, I got
me.
some dark matter. Nice.
Oh, me too.
what, F14?
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh
the
god.
story is really long, and
I'm gonna die.
I don't know. People argue about the payoff.
I mean, it depends on the person, to be honest. I enjoy the trials the most. That's kind of like trials and alliance raids. I think are really where it shines. Rabanaster
I
and
mean,
I
their boss
thought were
fights
amazing.
are like top tier. Not gonna
Oh
lie.
yeah,
Ow.
oh yeah.
Gonna eat some strength, dude.
Well, as somebody who's legally blind, is it really complicated to like see? Because I watched like some reviews and they had like all their skill bars and it was like, oh my god, that's like 50 buttons. I can't even see what that says.
They have some deeply like helpful accessibility, and I say that only as an outsider looking in from what I hear, but I've also seen people kind of push back on that. And the skill, there is a man, that's where it's like it gets like literally feeling skill bloat. Like the commenters will come out and they're like, oh, it's just perfect the way it is. It's like, no, like I think when I look at PvP, like when, not that it needs to take that drastic of an action, but it's that when we see so many skills just basically get taken from the earlier game and moved to the end game, it's like I don't think it's a winning strategy.
Most of the skills are useless. Like what's it, Dark Knight
is 100% right.
You know, Dark Knight's what you've got your basic rotations, like 3 skills and a bunch of OGCDs, and Bloodletter. Was it Bloodletter or Bloodspiller or whatever it is? And that's.
I don't know what any of that is, but.
Bloodspiller, I think.
Is it Bloodspiller? I haven't played it like a year or something, so it's just it's like ever since.
ETH is on my side. ETH is on my side about skill bloat. I'm saying like there is a contention of like, I mean, in any MMO community, like where it's like, how dare you suggest like there is I was like, man, like guys, and I think that like there's a couple of skills that I'm like, if they only just took this skill and made it like a triggered, you know, upgrade skill, they do that already. But there's some skills I'm like, why do I have to even have this on the bar? I have to do all of this other stuff in order for even to see that. So like, you know, just having that put on its own button, sometimes I'm like, all right, Come on, guys.
For me, it's like, what's the MMO trying to be? Is it trying to be an RPG or like a a role playing game, as in a sense of
It's I say it's an RPG, like RPG. Like it's an
it's an RPG. MMO.
Meaning, the MMO part is the more, like I always say, MMO optional. And that's not an insult to the game. Like it's one of the key strengths, because a lot of people are intimidated by MMO, and so this actually makes it easier to get into that.
Here.
What's up?
It's not an RPG. It's a single player game masquerading as an RPG. It's got almost zero RPG mechanics in it.
Got a question in chat. I want to bring up
one.
Christian says, "Have you guys seen the Warrior Combat in Ashes? They just recently showcased it. I haven't yet, but I'm in the next alpha, the Alpha 2 for Ashes. So
it's not good. I don't think it looks good.
The combat of Ashes, like I think as we learn more of Ashes,
it has no impact.
As we learn more about Ashes of creation, well, again, this is the alpha, so I'm not like worried this could be this framework, but as we learn more, I am more or less anticipating more and more frustration with the game, namely because, like, look at what happened with the Riot MMO. They're like, hey guys, well, we're gonna do this different. Like, we're going back into the thing, and it's like, and the thing is everybody was always like, the Riot MMO is gonna be the best MMO. It's like we have this. Well, that's the thing. Like in the MMO community mindset, it's like the MMO that we envision in our mind is, we imply like the perfect MMO to whatever announced MMO, and as that announcement becomes more and more like this is the reality of it, you see so many people just like get frustrated, and it's like,
not wrong, because the MMO I'm looking forward to is Chrono Odyssey at this point. I don't even care about Ashes. I'm just like, I really like the concept of Ashes. It's just I don't think it's going to play the way they think it's going to play. And I think they're oversharing.
Chris is talking about Dune Awakening in chat. Have you guys like that in and of itself from the sandbox?
Awakening?
Dune Awakening, like
I never
it seems like they are legit, like with the movies, and this could end up being something where it's like they just really like take this franchise and
it's made by the company that Conan Unchained. So if you've ever played that, I mean, Conan Unchained was rocky at the beginning, but it turned into something quite good. But it's I have started to notice this trend of like survival MMOs come out more and more.
Well, that's what I think the MMO used to be, and so we've seen so many other games just adopt features of the MMO, like live service, for example, as opposed to like, oh, it's a persistent online.
I get what you mean, but it's more like MMO mixed with Rust, rather than a traditional MMO like EverQuest. And or it's like Ark, for example, and I think that's going to push some people away just on that premise alone. MMO people they like their comfy games,
The diehards will come back on Ashes, though. Like they're like the fact that somebody's worrying and is frustrated. It's that, again, they're buying in on a vision that's in their head, and then they're gonna have with every announcement, it's that curve of like acceptance, where at first they're gonna be mad, they'll be frustrated, they're gonna come to some kind of level of acceptance, and eventually they'll be like, oh, this is really good. It's
hopefully they can do a Star Citizen on it.
Yeah.
I know.
Just don't stop investing in your live service game, and people will give it a shot.
Christian asks, has anyone played Lineage 2?
I was gifted Lineage 2 for Christmas by my sister, so I have a physical copy. This is back in the day, and I never ended up installing it or playing it because I was just so addicted to Final Fantasy 11. So like that was my introduction to MMOs. And so for me, when a lot of people talk about like what is an MMO, I'm like sandbox. But obviously sandbox is a type of MMO, theme park, and I think and I hope our future for MMOs will literally be the sand park, where it's like, we do, so there's value in a theme park MMO. There's value in a sandbox MMO. How can you balance the two together? Because it's like the theme park can like, it takes me through the story and introduces me to the world and the concepts, and I understand what I'm doing and what's being asked of me. And then the sandbox is like, cool, now that you've done all that cool stuff, like do whatever the hell you want. But then
I'm stuck in this weird position where I prefer sort of zone quests. Like there's a story in a zone, and it tells you a bit about that zone, and then it can refresh over time. I'm not a massive fan of these, large scale arcs anymore. It's just like they were cool at the beginning.
Epic fantasy stories.
I want to be in the world and breathe in the world and hang out with my friends in the world.
Mm. Yeah,
but that's just because I'm becoming a lot more of a boomer of late.
What was that? Shane Gillis's joke? It's like the more you study history, the more Republican you become. It's only opposite Republicanism or something.
Yeah. I mean, it explains a lot with the
It's coming for you. It's coming for you guys.
It explains a lot with the HEMA community.
The HEMA community? Why is
that?
Oh,
it's historical European martial arts.
I know what it is, but why do you consider it like more? Why do you say that?
It's just because of where I am. I'm in England, especially in the countryside, so it's everywhere here. Whereas I've seen a lot more of the liberal stuff be around fencing and more of that type of area, but it's a lot more neckbeardy type people who go to HEMA.
Oh man, my heart is not.
They like their castles. They like their.
And then you have people like Shad.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like Shad.
What's happened to his channel?
Matt Easton.
I have no idea who that is.
Matt Easton was big in the sword tube community.
Oh, okay.
Mainly through the historical archive and museum museum.
Oh, okay. No, I just get recommended like a bunch of English longbowman channels these days.
What's a sword tube?
The sword YouTube community.
Like people who make swords?
That people who
excited about swords.
You do HEMA, so it's historical European martial arts sword fighting, basically. People who
you mean the weird guy who like does all the poses and is like, no, long swords don't work and whatever.
Shadiversity, he's badass. Cause he'll do like, are giant swords practical? Like
he screams a lot.
He streams a lot?
No, he screams a lot.
Oh, he screams a lot. Yeah, and his Night's Watch channel is good too. But he recently made a video that like his channel is
dying.
No, actually no. His channel is under attack, but
I might say that. No, it's
trouble.
YouTube's kind of just not recommending it anymore.
Well, Google as a whole has changed their advertising thing.
Oh.
Like they're like people across the board are just having like.
Do you know what I've been getting recommended a lot lately?
What?
Canadian lumberjack videos, like on shorts.
I mean, are you?
No.
What? Is there something you need to say?
No, I'm just getting recommended it, and I'm like,
okay, we don't judge here. We don't judge.
Dude, anytime like one of these like checks that show up in shorts, I gotta like swipe as fast as I can, because otherwise it's like, oh yeah, like
no,
there's a girl just jumping up and down, and now it's all my feet.
They're just talking about axes. He's like, can I chop this oak wood with this axe? And I'm like, what am I watching? And then I'm getting recommended like Irish carpentry, and I'm like, why is this even here?
Do you watch a lot of that? I don't know.
No. I'm like, I'm just getting recommended like home skill advice for like no reason. I'm like, is God trying to tell me something?
He wants you to become a lumberjack.
Maybe you should. Maybe.
Prepare for the Armageddon by cutting down trees.
You need real world skills, because AI can't cut down trees.
Yes.
Not yet.
Not yet. Although honestly, I follow Shad's.
Oh, I saw that video.
Where he's like,
I saw that video.
AI is fine until it gets to robots, then we just shut it off.
I mean, they can't cut down the tree, but they can trim, debark, and chop it into logs for you.
I mean, have you seen that Mr. Flippy stuff yet with in California?
You mean the robot dog?
No, the robot hamburger cooker.
Hamburger sound.
Well,
Oh,
just-
I have not seen that. But I mean, is that AI though?
It's a full robot.
Right, but like,
Yeah, it's AI. It's full robot. It scans everything. It cooks it perfectly. And I'm just sat there going, oh my god. Minimum wage jobs are dead.
I mean, California already killed their minimum wage jobs.
What? Yeah, they like
Freaking-
raised the price to 20, and then like all of a sudden all
They
these
raised-
people just got laid off.
Yeah, shocker.
Like, it
Oh
sucks.
god,
It
20.
sucks. It sucks.
$20 an hour minimum wage. Meanwhile, like you basically need to make like I don't know 50.
What's the...
Like,
how
So it's
much-
not
how
even. It's still
expensive
not
is
even
California?
enough. And now
My city did like 16 and a half.
My state is 15. But
You're in
like
New York, right?
I'm in New York, yeah.
My state is also 15, but my city specifically did 16 and a half.
I was in New York about, what was that, last year? Like, last year, September? It was like $15 for a bake.
New York City is extremely expensive. They're gentrifying the city, so they're turning it into
How?
a place for the elite.
Half of it. So I went. Was it Chelsea? I went to where it was like really nice, and then I walked like a what you call it, a block over, and then it's like a slum.
Yeah, that's the city. That's
That's the
That's
city.
Manhattan. You have like pockets of nice neighborhoods, and then you have like you're bordered by like shit places.
I didn't have enough time because New York's always one of these really interesting cities, but because you've got what's it, Manhattan, then what's the other two areas?
You have Manhattan, Bronx, Staten Island, Brooklyn, and Queens.
Oh my! So yeah, so I never had enough time. I was only there for 3 days, and I was there at like a roller coaster Buddhist.
I mean, honestly,
You're right.
even in 3 days, you can't experience all of Manhattan.
It sounds like that's what's happening to Seattle, but like everywhere.
It's happened a lot in Glasgow, actually. A lot of people are getting pushed more out west because it's just they're trying to turn it into like a student city.
Yeah.
But
lost real quick. Let's see if I can. Figure out where I want to go.
but when I went to New York, it was we arrived there, we got straight to the Irish pubs.
Okay. I'm not even surprised there are any. I just haven't been to them.
No, I went straight to the Irish pubs. Got drunk.
Cameron, you never explore outside your house.
That's not true. I went and got a haircut today, and I went to the bank. Okay.
And yet, here you are back home.
That's true. That's true. But no, I hate Manhattan, man. I hate
It
Manhattan.
only counts if it's not a haircutter you went to before, and if it's a different bank.
Do you know what's weird? Your banks are weird. Like to access the ATM, you need to like insert your card into like a door, just to like open it to go in. And I'm just like, that's weird.
Oh, that's not weird. That's because people have stolen ATMs and stolen money from ATMs. Also, like ATMs in the U.S. are very popular places for people to get robbed.
Wait, so you're saying there's like the ATM is inside of like a little room?
Yeah,
Oh, that's strange.
it's got like a security guard as well.
No,
There's plenty of drive-up ATMs where I live at, but that's just my area.
maybe it's a New York thing. I don't know, but those types of ATMs are everywhere.
The city decided to close down one ATM in downtown because people kept getting killed at it.
Whoa!
It was like, bro, maybe like make police sit in that parking lot.
That's crazy.
So a quick question. So there's these ATMs in New York, right, which are like just got graffiti all over them, right? And they're just in random spaces. Are they just basically there to scam people and like steal their credit card number?
No, they're for people who. I mean,
Are they actually
say
real
something
ATMs?
uncouth, but I'd rather not get in trouble with Brian on the internet.
Are they actually real ATMs though? Because I was scared.
They're real ATMs, yeah. I've seen
Okay.
people use them before. But they're for.
ATMs, the new Superman changing booths.
No, you can't. No, they're not Superman changing booths because there's no shades on them. They're just windows.
That never stopped Superman before. I mean, if he popped into a telephone booth, they didn't have shades on him.
That's true. I mean, he does the little spinny thing and it goes through. But no.
I just love it the chat's enjoying our in-depth discussion on new drug ATMs.
I mean,
You talk about first world problems.
seriously, dude.
And Brian knows me. I mean, I know where you're going with it. You're saying ATMs are the new sex booths.
No, that's not what I was
No.
saying. But I think they're partially for. They might be partially for money laundering. I mean, like the mob.
Is that still a thing in New York?
Less
the mob?
so,
Yeah.
but yes. Less so, but yes, it still exists.
The greatest gift
I
that
mean-
we gave the mafia was literally the like war on terror. Because it's like
Yeah.
all resources dedicated to that.
No, I wouldn't say. I would say probably the war on drugs is what.
Yeah.
is what really helped them.
No, it definitely does not.
Is it bad
It
whenever
does
I
help
think
them
of
because they moved from like
The
small
thing,
stuff to like hard drugs and stuff.
the thing is like when you make drugs illegal, it discourages some people from doing it, but the people who want to do drugs are still going to do drugs. The problem is that the drugs are now extremely expensive and harder to get, so it's more expensive, and then other illegal things can happen while you're trying to buy drugs, and you can't go to the police for it. So like, it's a
it
double-edged
bad?
sword.
Is it bad
Well,
whenever
this
I
is
think
this
of
is with my state. With my state, they legalized marijuana for
Yeah, same.
recreational use, but now there's also a movement out to unlegalize it now too.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Well,
I mean, I freaking smell it everywhere. Where I am, it's kind of annoying. They I don't know. I feel like in New York they decriminalized it. I don't think they technically legalized it, but
You know, is it weird whenever I think of like the New York Mafia, I just think of Batman at this point, with like Two-Face, because of all the Christopher Nolan movies, it's just New York.
well, no, yeah, that's what Gotham was labeled was the.
I thought it was Chicago.
modeled after. It
It's not,
was
And
modeled
then-
after New York.
Okay.
in the new Batman movie, it's Glasgow they do it, and I'm sat there, and they did World War Z in Glasgow, right?
Ooh, World War Z. I love that book. I read
So-
that book in a day.
I was in there's a scene in a square where they're trying to get through the traffic and all the zombies just start coming. I was in the cinema just outside that square. So I watched the movie, came out, went onto the square, and like, this is the weirdest experience I've ever had.
Chris says the doc's safe during World War II. I'm sure. Listen, the mob does some good stuff. They do some bad stuff. Depends on who you ask.
Just you mean the Italians? Oh, the Italians is great.
The Italian
yeah.
mafia is huge in New York.
Are they Italian or are they Sicilian?
More Sicilian. My family
what's
was
the
in the mob.
difference?
Generally just full-on Italian, but there are different mafias that fight each other.
Oh, okay.
I think there's 4 or 5 families in New York City.
Yeah, it's got this happen.
The mod did help keep the dock safe. Like it's like one of those just like, all right.
I mean, Scotland really hasn't had like an organized gang sort of issue since like the 70s.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
so
no,
where I
no.
live, you have MS-13.
Oh, okay.
Apparently stabbed a dog to death, a police dog to death, recently. I know, right? Like, what the fuck? It's a dog. Like, just pet it, give it a dog treat, and move on. Like, why kill it? That's sad.
I'm kind of starting to get grateful I live in Scotland. I live in Scotland.
Yeah.
Wait, this is coming from the cat person, Cameron?
Hey, dogs aren't bad. They're just dumb.
So are cats.
Cats are smarter.
It
Yet they
depends.
love walls want more.
You can't just make
Cats have more
general stereotypical statements about a whole species.
Cats have more personality than dogs do.
I agree with that.
You meet one dog, you met them all.
Oh, that's not true.
I do not agree with that.
I'm just saying, I've never met a dog that surprised me.
Oh,
There are like
I have
kill
met
dogs, and there are hyper dogs, and there are dogs in between.
you have lived a hollow life.
They're all retarded.
You've lived a hollow life.
I mean, I guess, yes. Cats
Not
are
you.
stereotypically like smarter.
In general standpoint, cats are also just assholes. They're like, here, feed me, pet me. But
Sometimes
don't pet me.
then you have cats like Liam who won't leave you alone because they just want pets all day.
Yeah,
That sounds like a great cat.
I have two cats. My one cat is an old man, and he has anxiety, so he hides in his box all day except when it's food time.
How did
He
you get
doesn't
the
want to be
New World?
touched. He doesn't want to be touched except for when it's food time. My other cat is a newborn. She's like 9 months old, and she's freaking crazy and wants to play all the time.
Anybody realize we went from New World to cats?
No, we went from New World to like New York to like drugs to like crime to like the mafia to cats.
It's a completely organic conversation.
Yeah.
What do we do here?
Well, this is welcome to Brian's community streams, where we will talk about random crap that doesn't have to do anything with the game he's playing.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I only
Brian's
tuned
playing
in
a
for
game.
like key like analysis of the game. It's like you came to the wrong place, buddy. Like I'll answer questions, but I'm not gonna be like, and you see here how I'm swinging the flail back and forth. That is very sexual.
Hey, you know you can get your flail stuck in long mode if you do a heavy attack and then swap to your different weapon before you like release the heavy attack all the way, and then
my wife would like
you
that.
and then you swap back to your flail and it's stuck like all the way stretched out until you move.
If it lasts longer than 4 hours, go see a doctor.
Or in this case, go see a weaponsmith.
That's what I call mine. That's what I call mine. I'm like, somebody give me my machine gun.
I'm learning something new every day.
Oh my god. No, the flail in New World just reminds me of Nova in BDO.
I don't know why this conversation just got me wanting to play For Honor now.
Dude, For Honor is a freaking great game. I haven't played it in years, but it's a great game.
It's an unbalanced game.
Oh yeah, it's totally broken, but like it's fun.
Now, with
Have
the conversation
Honor,
being populated by 90%, we can see the next game Brian's going to stream is Stray.
No,
Stray.
Stray.
I'm looking forward to playing some of the No Rest for the Wicked later this month. I think that's gonna be a lot of fun.
We all know Brian's heart's stuck in Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I'm still looking forward to that near stream.
Near stream? What was there? Was there a goal attached to that?
No, I just wanted you to do a stream on it and see what your reaction was to the game. Because I said you knew, because I know you said that you played it before, but you haven't played it all the way through.
No, I haven't finished it. I definitely have started both, and I was like, oh, these are nice. And then slowly but
I
surely.
really wish I played the Bracken Guard series when it was available.
Which series?
The Bracken Guard. It's the prequels to Nier. I've got Nier Replicant. I just need to sit down and play it. Like sometimes games are just like old
I've got Replicant, and I mean I have the games, but I think they're on my Xbox. Let's see here.
I also bought free on your Steam because it was on your wish list for Christmas.
Which one? Which one? The Automata?
Near Automata.
Oh, cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. I might just start over then on PC because it's on Xbox, and I always have to, when it comes to the Xbox, or even like I have to compete with the kids for it.
you know, Mortals of Avium is now like £18 on PSN, and I'm just sat there like, I got it for free this month, and I will never play this game.
Mortals of Avian, is that the thing for
Yeah,
EA that failed?
Yeah, like it just bombed. I just clicked on it, downloaded it, got it in my library, and I'm like, I will never play this.
Well, later, time for me to get off of work. Yeah.
Oh man, have a good day at work.
Have fun.
Yeah. 12 hours of fun and driving around in circles on a forklift. Yay.
Woo! Burn the wheels out.
Yeah, really.
I swear everybody in your community has like work that starts at
No, just Mike.
just Mike.
3 p.m.
No, yeah, he does overnight. So for him, it's 6 to 6, 6 p.m., 6 a.m. But there are people who like work at all hours, like work extensively.
I don't know how you Americans do it. Like it for some reason, I just don't know how you do it.
I don't know.
It's like you've just got this work ethic, and I'm just sat there looking at you, and you're just it's exhausting to look at.
Some
I
of
don't know
us
where
do.
I don't know where you find the time. I was just like,
The quiet quitting movement is gaining a lot of traction.
oh, the quiet quitting moving is all the rage here because nobody gets paid.
Yeah. Wait, what's the quiet quitting movement?
You do the bare minimum, basically just what you're contracted to do because you
So-
basically.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Since the 1950s, the standard in America has been to go above and beyond and do as much as you possibly can in your job to try and get promoted. The problem
it's
is
just
that
standard,
only one person gets promoted, so now you have to work harder and harder and harder to keep up with everybody else. So quiet quitting is just like, all right, we're doing what we're getting paid to do and no more.
Yeah,
Which
if you want me to
honestly,
work
I think that's
harder,
probably
then-
what we should all be fighting. You know, for
It's
like,
a lot more.
if like
It's a lot more mercenary.
because it's like works like their job is like, especially with HR, is like to try to extract the most value out of you, and it's like if you're not getting compensated, like, you know, because I ended up getting like back when I was first started working, like just a real crap raise. I didn't realize it was crap raise because I was like, oh, I got a raise, this is cool.
25 cents, man.
It was like
All the
something like
rage.
50 cents an hour. Like it was just like, what the hell? You know, and so I was like, well, like, and my dad's like, you need to go talk to your boss. So I did, and I got $3 an hour raise. Like after I talked to him, after I went, I was like, this, you know. But the thing was, is that, you know, like I sat down, he's like, okay, here's what your job description says, and you did great on all these things. But it's like all this other stuff that I was doing, you know, for the job, and you know, trying to go above and beyond. And he's like, yeah, I can't factor that in at all. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, okay, cool, well, fine. That's just like, I you know, if there's no like ownership, there's no like level of like any kind of things like that, like, no, I'm not gonna see. That's why I told my boss, is like, I'm not gonna have all the Teams apps and notification apps. You can call me if you need me, like, I'll look into it, but I'm not gonna sit here and just constantly look at my email. And so I don't have none of my email, got nothing, you know, on my phone.
The one thing I find gross is having like their work app on my phone, so they can reach me on the holiday or after like work, and I'll like receive an email at like 3 in.the.morning from my manager, and I'm just like, I'm not reading this.
Yeah.
It creeps me out because, you know, it's like if I click onto this like WhatsApp group and they see I've seen it, I'm going to have to do something. But yeah, it's just like, because in sales it's obviously commission based, you know, so it's just like, oh my god, they're gonna do this.
Quiet quitting, why doing your job sounds so horrible. I've never done that sort of thing.
I went through a period where I was just a workaholic, and all I did was work and play video games.
It is very strange how there's so much negativity with just like doing your job.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's like, I'm doing my job.
Also too, like, they're trying to turn these jobs that are like generally for that they're trying to take jobs that have a high turnover rate and turn them into careers, and it's just like, it's not going to work out. Like, these jobs are not meant for like,
I've seen
kind of
the sales ever since the Great Resignation. Companies are like, the Great Resignation's over. I'm like, no, it's not. The Great Resignation's continued to go, and it's because it's just there's a higher amount of churn now within VC-backed companies because they're just you're basically in, you earn a bit of money with you, and you go do something else, because you're not getting the management jobs anymore. You know, that position where you could go to management, so you don't have to do the coach, you don't have to do anything like that anymore. Or you're not getting into like specialist roles or pre-sales roles where you can, you know, just have more in-depth conversations, and you're not based on quotas and things like this anymore. So it's, I think a lot of people are just billing out at this point. They're tired of it, like, because it's quite a stressful environment. And I don't think people want to be on that, you know, weekly, you know, quarterly forecast mentality every week anymore. And it's they just want to spend time with their families.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot. I've seen the mentality from like my parents' generation. They would be like, "Well, I live to work," whereas seen as a lot more of the millennial and Gen Z generation is, "No, I work to live." And my family comes priority every time.
Yeah, that's actually really good. We work to live, because you can't live without money now.
But it's also just the fact that a lot of people are getting squeezed now. Like, and a good thing is like a lot of it's just energy bills though in the UK. Like the energy companies were making like 720 million in extra profit, and people, highest records ever, and everybody was just they can't afford it.
Yeah, our energy bills aren't going up that much in America, at least where I live. It's a little bit like
New York's doing some fuckery.
But the problem is the rent is
that's a big one as well.
Skyrocketing. Like, I'm in an apartment that's a 1-bedroom, and it's like $900 a month. However, it's only that much because I have the contract that keeps it that price. However, if I went and bought a new 1-bedroom apartment, it'd be like $2,500.
I was gonna say $900. You can't even get like a bedroom for that much in where
a studio is like $1,500.
Yeah, I mean, my siblings have apartments that are like, I don't know. I think my sister's is like $1,800, and like
1,800.
My brother's is like it's like $222 or $2,500, something like that.
Yeah.
Per month. And it's just like, sorry, no thanks.
Yeah, it's like
it's literally like working a full-time job that is all of the money you make before tax at minimum wage, before tax, all the money you make just to have a roof with no food, no water, no car, no gas, no insurance, no electricity, no nothing.
See, here's the thing. This is kind of why I'm jealous of America, is because you guys, since your country's so big, you can just go anywhere, right? And it's just like, you know, you've got so many states, some of them are so cheap and still pay moderately well, where it's just like, in the UK, you're stuck on a small island, and it's like, well, where am I going to go?
So it varies, right? Some states, they're really cheap, but they also don't have the greatest of neighborhoods.
It's also, they don't have the best of infrastructure for me. I have a lot of disabilities and medical stuff that I was born with. I have so many doctor's appointments that I have to go to just to be alive every day. So like, I was born without a pituitary gland, so I have a bunch of chemicals and stuff that I have to take just to regulate a normal, healthy lifestyle.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, so I can't, like, I would move to Alaska and just make a cabin out in the middle of nowhere.
Dude, that's wild.
I could, but I can't because I have to be next to one of the best hospitals in the world.
I'm at the same stage you're at. I'm just like, I just want to go live in the woods somewhere with like a cabin.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
Like, I'll just buy an empty plot of land as cheap as I can get and make my own life out there. If I could, but I can't.
That's what I've been wanting to do for like a decade. Just like go, like pay off my student loans and just live like in some cabin in the woods with like fiber internet.
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
Like,
we'll lay fiber cables.
Like, that's just what I want. I'll
just get like high fiber Starlink and just do it that way.
Yeah, I could do that.
Starlink's so expensive though. Have you seen the pricing in the UK for it? It's like 3 times more expensive than France for some reason.
I mean, I've also had like fiber internet since it like first developed.
Brian, didn't you say that you only got fiber internet recently?
Yeah, we just recently got it, and like here in December. It was like, I mean, when I say December, like it was added like just the last week of December, and we signed up for it in January. I was like, yeah.
What speed is it?
I have 300 up, 300 down.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I could get 2K up, 2K down if I wanted, but I was like, yeah, and the thing is that like.
What?
I was the internet I had prior to this was so expensive. We cut our internet cost in half and got way better internet. And so it's like I could spend, because I was spending like 125, 130 bucks a month for my internet.
Holy shit!
Now I'm spending 60. So I'm like, let's go.
That's what I spend, but I only have 100 up and like 30 down, or 100 download, 30 upload.
Yeah, no, it makes no
30 is
sense.
not bad. Like, there's not like a lot that. That's usually why you see people kind of not really advertise their upload, because that was like, what's your up? Like for me as a content creator, like that's important.
You need a good upload.
Yeah.
I tried to do YouTube and it was just like 2 hours to upload a video that's 30 minutes long.
So I bought 500, and then I got a Wi-Fi booster, and I don't know what they put in my house, but it just destroys any Wi-Fi signal. And I was on a BT has a terrible customer service because everything's AI now. It's AI customer call. Customer service at this point is a nightmare. And I was trying to get through to them for 10 hours. And they were like, oh, well, have you tried Ethernet cable? And I'm like, my laptop doesn't even have an Ethernet port anymore. Because Ethernet's legacy technology at this point.
Oh yeah, like everything's Wi-Fi. Well, you have to. They'll sell it to you like as a USB dongle.
Some of the laptops don't even have USB anymore because they're trying to get you to buy the docking stations.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Which is another 200.
I still use Ethernet, but
I use
PC. Yeah. Any device that I can plug in, I use plug in.
Because it's funny because like I used to have Wi-Fi, and like the download speeds were ridiculously slow. And then I got an Ethernet and just zoom. So I'm just like, all right, I don't know what the hell was wrong with that. Because like I've had Verizon Fios for like the better part of 20 years. Like, because my dad used to work for Verizon, so they literally just like the Verizon Fios box is literally outside my house. So like, if there's ever an issue with Verizon Fios,
just throw a spanner at the box and hope it comes.
So it's just like
clink.
Yeah, we were like one of the first in the country to get it. So I've forgotten what it's like to have copper internet.
Oh yeah. With all prejudice.
Yeah.
Copper. Who uses that?
The U.S. government does for their pennies, which, by the way, are more expensive to manufacture than they actually are worth, which is hilarious.
So are nickels and dimes.
Not to the extent that pennies
It
are.
costs like 2.5 pennies to make 1 penny.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, the value to cost ratio is highest with the penny.
Is it weird how I just want a cashless society, but then I realize how dystopian it is?
I mean,
I want a society where the minimum value is a 25-cent coin. Because we can then take the like hundreds of millions of dollars we spend on coins every year and spend it on healthcare.
It's more expensive to ship pennies than the value.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
I love the idea of Americans and all that just going back to the gold standard and then forcing everybody else to do it. And then I'm just like, is the gold still there though?
People complain like when we were on the gold standard, but like I don't know. I can't remember any of them, but like I've heard videos discussing like the pros and cons of the gold standard, and I'm just like, I don't know.
I just like the idea of like
some bad things happened.
Well, it's
Arthur,
like,
no. When
so
we
you
got
know
off
when
the
you
gold standard, but there were also some bad things when we were on the gold standard. So it's just like, I don't know, flip a coin.
It would fix inflation, but
It would. It would.
But the problem is that the main problem with being on the gold standard is you need gold for all the money you have.
Yeah.
So if you don't have enough gold, you can't have enough money. So imagine your
Well, the money
government
just
contracts.
becomes worth more. It just becomes worth more. So, for example, you just go back to pennies and.
Yes, but imagine your government contracts somebody to build a highway, and then you realize, oh shit, we don't have enough gold. We can't just print more money to pay them.
Well, you do that anyway.
But I pay them.
I mean, you just ask the World Bank. It's like
True.
you do that now. It's like, can I get another loan on this, please? I mean, the UK does it. It's just like, how are we paying for this? We aren't. The banks are.
Yeah, and then we bail out our banks, which I'm just like.
I remember when I was a child in high school, and they were like, America is $7 trillion in debt, and now we're like, what?
There's more debt than
30,
gold
40.
in the world. What
I
the
believe
hell?
that. I believe that.
That's I don't want to live this world anymore. Like I swear, there's no the hell. We're just in hell. Like we're
I mean,
just
there's an argument to be made that that's true, but
Oh my god.
The end times are coming, everyone.
The end times happened like 400 years ago. We're just living in the aftermath.
I've been listening to Art Bell to like discuss things with a Catholic priest, and dude, he's just like, it's just like, oh my god, this stuff is like crazy.
Yeah, dude. Do not mess around with that the darkness. It is.
Do not mess around with the darks. I mean, that's
Oh
so.
man, it is
It just sounds
terrifying.
like
He's just like, this is like in the
Osbourne.
90s, so like 97, and the Catholic priest is like, he is alive, and it's someone wanted to ask him a question. It's like, born, the Antichrist is born, and he's like, no, he's alive. He is not born. He just like comes into being.
Oh, that's creepy.
And I'm just like, what the fuck?
You know, I always like the concept of the omen, where it's like, no, the devil's gonna go get someone laid, and then he's gonna have like demon spawn running around. I always think that's such a cool. It's just like, just to have him manifest is just kind of boring. It's like, you know, it's like the meme where it's like expectations versus reality.
Yeah.
Lol.
Yeah, my view on like end times though is that for somebody, the end of the world comes every day, you know. So it's like I'm not going to worry about any kind of like, you know, meteor scenario.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just
all
like,
I know
all right,
is
like,
that I'm getting left behind
prepared.
when the rapture comes.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say.
I mean, I heard a really good debate about like what the Antichrist or whatever is gonna be, and they were like, it's gonna be AI. It's gonna be like an artificial intelligence, and the mark of the beast is gonna be like some kind of code that you have to use to, like, you know, the cashless society thing.
I think the Antichrist is gonna be. I think the Antichrist is gonna be like a living being.
Do you guys remember the comedy show Reaper from a while back? Where the kid's effectively the devil's son. He's effectively the Antichrist. He has to go like reap the souls from the devil's demons. I would love a comedy or where the Antichrist just doesn't know he's the Antichrist. And it's like his dad's not his dad. He's just like there. It's like he's not got any like noticeable demonic effects. He's just a big guy who's doing his job. It's like a Homer Simpson who just blows the world up.
That would be kind of fun.
Well, according to this Catholic priest, he's also an exorcist. Apparently, he got killed by a demon.
What, the Antichrist?
No, this Catholic priest that I've been listening to with Art Bell. Apparently, this Catholic priest, who is also an exorcist, but he said no, the Antichrist will know he's the Antichrist.
Ah, it's boring.
Yeah.
I just want the Antichrist to be like a triple bearded neckbeard.
Oh man.
And he's just, you know, he's just sat there eating Doritos and like Mountain Dew.
Brian's the Antichrist.
That'd be awful.
Nah, we all know
Brian's
C.S.
like, damn
Lewis.
it, they found me.
You know, I just like it turns out the Antichrist is Bill Burr or something like that.
Bill Burr is too incompetent.
That's the whole point.
I get, yeah. The show that you're pitching? Yeah, that'd be.
Yeah, it's like just have Bill Burr play the Antichrist.
And
He's a balding 60-year-old who hates
He
life.
just does mean things and he doesn't know why.
You know, he enjoys it. He's just an asshole to everyone. Why? You know the disappointment you get in a video game when you just see someone with a cash shop cosmetic, and I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I had to turn off my phone this morning because all the job recruiters were trying to call me. And I was like, I'm getting harassed. It's not even the good stuff. It's like, hey, you got 5 years experience. Would you need to earn £30,000? No.
I mean, you could probably earn more than that by doing it all. When you're a guy.
Yeah, I mean, go for the. But I feel like the gay community would go there.
Why?
Why? Because they're very picky in Brighton.
They are. Just in general.
No, in Brighton they're very picky. Like they're pointing at your flaws. I went to university there. It's really mean.
I suppose.
It's like because you live in accommodation, and they're just like, you haven't gone to the gym, have you? And I'm like, oh, thanks.
Looking a little flabby around the waist there.
I don't gain weight, but I'm like an Asmongold. I'm thin as anything.
I wish I was.
Like people were getting angry. My college dorm mates were like, "I hate you because you have KFC every night."
Dude, I miss fried chicken.
KFC's gotten so much better recently.
At least in the UK, because they have different foods.
Really, it's the same menu for the UK. It's because I was in Asia.
No, but they make things differently.
Oh, okay.
It's like in the US, we get the shit food, and elsewhere they get the good food.
Because they have their chips have this like with this weird.
Their government regulation bodies are actually like doing something.
I mean, what's up?
Their government, from a regulation perspective, is actually doing something.
Right.
The UK's like the UK from a regulation standpoint is halfway between America and halfway between Europe, so we just get the worst of America and the worst of Europe.
Yeah.
And it's just like, why do I live here? But everybody, I think, it's just weird. Like, it's because we're not really picking one ideological path to follow. So we're not really committing to anything because half the country wants to be more like Norway, and then half the country wants to be more like Texas or Florida or something like that.
Texas isn't bad.
Like it.
I feel like if I ever went to Texas, I would just dissolve to ash because it's the sun's there.
I think
Are you that pale?
May, I'm a vampire.
Oh.
I went to, what was it, Gran Canaria?
That's fine. It's still warm during the night.
How warm is it?
It's like 50s, 40s,
What
50s.
the hell? That's like our summer temperature.
Yeah.
I'm not...
Yeah.
The desert scares me. I went to Gran Canaria and I arrived, I went to the beach for 4 hours and I was already sunburned.
The desert is an interesting place. Because it's like a place that I really want to go to, but at the same time it's like death awaits.
Yeah, gingers just do not belong in that part of the world.
Do not. Like, did you leave the house without sunscreen again? Yeah. Well, cancer.
My cousin's father had melanoma removed from his forehead like a few years ago.
Ninja just had like melanoma removed from him.
What?
Ninja just had melanoma removed.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter. He dyed his hair blue, so
that's what I'm thinking about.
But no, I think he just went out in the sun a lot. I don't know.
I could be really.
Because like anyone can have a melanoma.
Yeah.
I was gonna be mean.
The sun don't care.
He's not good looking. The sun, I feel like the sun
don't
like,
care, basically.
I just feel like the sun is like, no, I'm just gonna burn these specific people like more than the rest of them.
Melanin challenged.
Melanin challenge. I mean, it's not wrong. Like in Scotland in the 18th century, we had a lot of diseases from like the lack of vitamin D.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And it's like you break a bone and the bone wouldn't heal properly, and it would just bend. and
Yeah.
then you just be in pain. And it's just like, yeah, this ain't going well for us. Why did we choose to live here? I mean, the oil's nice.
Yeah, I believe it.
I mean, you don't have any control over it, but it's nice. I mean, what you call it? It's like Train Spotting, if you've seen the movie.
Train Spotting, yeah.
No.
Good movie.
It's just Ewan McGregor got it shite being Scotch. And I'm like, yep. It's a good movie, it's a good movie. It's annoying because the Scottish scene like produces like a ton of great stuff, but it just doesn't do it in Scotland. It's like when we were, what was the last game event, Brian, you were watching? Where it was at like a trade show. Was it PAX East?
Yeah, I watched PAX East.
Yeah, there was like a ton of Scottish games there, and I'm like, when did this happen?
Yeah, it was PAX East.
And I was like, we do nothing, right? The only thing we've ever produced is Grand Theft Auto.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
and that was it. Yeah. I mean, it's Scotland, what did you expect? It's all drug addicts. I mean, we have 7 billionaires, and all of them are whiskey manufacturers.
I mean, people like their whiskey.
Oh, it's great, man. Like, one of the best touring places you can go to Edinburgh is called the Witchery. And it's just basically a whiskey distillery. It's like, this is all the whiskey from the different parts, and then they give you like a whiskey glass, and then there's a whiskey lens in it. And it's like, if you're a guy, it's just a great place to go and just chill.
Yeah. That's fair.
But it's like, and they just have like, it's like whiskey bottles or decorations. You know, it's like, this one's 400 years old and nobody's opened it.
Oh boy. That's always weird to me. Like, the temptation must be intense.
It must be huge.
For that stuff. Just like, oh yeah, this is 400 years old, hasn't been opened. Let's crack it open for a special occasion. Like, that's not what I would do.
It's like some of the older families have like wine cellars with like wine that's hundreds upon hundreds of years old and it's still sealed and perfect to drink, and you're just like, what the hell? How you kept it in such good condition? Because that's worth hundreds of thousands just for those wine bottles.
Yeah.
It's really cool, but it's just like, oh my god. You have one bottle of wine in your pantry is worth more than my entire life.
My whole net worth.
The whole concept of network's just weird to me. It's just like... I had an Australian like job site to calculate my net worth, and I was like, that's depressing.
I have negative net worth, so that's fun.
Oh wow.
How's how old are you? Well.
Oh, 26.
Okay. I got good news for you then.
Yeah, I know.
Like if I was 65, I was like, oh man, I'm so sorry.
I just need to tell my parents to get it up. If they just push the parents down the steps, you know, I can get it up rather fast.
Are you an only child?
I've got my sister, but she's a half sister, so I get the majority of it.
Okay.
God, it's just like, she's got 2 kids now, but it's like, one of them hates me. Like, from birth.
Oh.
Like, you know when you like somebody gives you a baby and then the baby just like, it's like, have you ever seen the movie Blast Baby or stuff like that? Or like the new, what's the Minion movie, what's it called? It's the one where Grady's got...
Rise of
No, it's one of those, right? And the baby just looks at him and it hates him and it just gives him like a mean look every single time, and it just stares at him. Like, that's my niece. She just cannot look at me. And I'm just sat there and she just looks at me with daggers, and I'm like, this is going to be the relationship for the next 50 years.
Wait, she's still a baby?
She's like 10 now. She doesn't even... She runs away from me at this point.
I don't know. I mean, I used to run away from my uncle, and now we're like best buds. So.
And it's like,
I mean, it depends.
She's got a wee brother, and he just sleeps all the time. And I'm like, yeah, that's more like it.
Why is it that every time a new MMO comes out, the character creation system is so much more complicated than the previous one?
Well, something it's interesting because like the character creator ends up being some people like will spend hundreds of hours in character creator before they can play in the game.
I spent so much time in Dragon's Dogma character creator.
I was gonna say, as from Heroes Baby, so he spent like 2 hours making a pawn.
Yeah. I don't know why he just didn't make himself. I mean, he could have made Gary.
No, he made a big boob goth girl.
Of course he did.
I mean, I'm not complaining.
To be fair, so did I.
Yeah.
I just went on YouTube for the pawn stuff and just like how to make Shadowheart.
Oh, from freaking Baldur's Gate?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just did that for my pawn.
I've been seeing
I
a lot
was
of stuff of her, and I'm just like, she's okay.
She's okay. She's not as good as Morrigan, and she's better than Yennefer from a personality perspective in my book.
Yennefer, you're talking about The Witcher, right?
Yeah.
She's better in the books, like. So from what I understand, from the people who have both played the games and read the books, Triss in the games is like Yennefer in the books, and vice versa. So
you
like,
know,
Yennefer
the Witch is a ripoff, right? The Witch is plagiarism. It's from Melody.
It's from Elric of Melvin, yeah.
Yeah,
I have
Melody.
I have three of the books, but I haven't read them yet.
It's such a blatant ripoff. It goes like everything from names to titles. Like even Warhammer rips it off quite a bit. But then again, so does Destiny. Like I'm just like, oh my god.
I mean, it's fun to like take stuff. You know what? The best form of the greatest form of flattery is mimicry. Mimicry is.
What do you call it? It was so blatant. The author of Elric was trying to sue the author of The Witcher.
I heard about it. I heard about that.
Yeah, he wasn't too pleased. Which is why Geralt looks so different from Witcher 1 to Witcher 2. Because they had to change the way he looked because it was too obvious.
That's funny. I don't know. I like Geralt's design, but I mean, like, people are like, oh my god, you have to read The Witcher. I'm just like, I'd rather read the original. Elric. So.
Elric's good.
And like, the freaking Elric books on Amazon are so scuffed. Because, like, you go to search Elric, right? And it's like, there's a bunch of books, like random books. Like, there's 3 main books. And then the books that he's been writing, that he wrote afterward, like, they all have different covers. They all are like in different languages, and I'm just like, I have no idea what the hell I'm looking at.
I got.
Chris has the correct quote. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
Flattery, yeah.
What is?
Imitation is the serious form of flattery.
Imitation is the yeah.
I use Apple Books for all my stuff, so I got Vampire Hunter D and all that in there because it categorizes it chronologically. So when I was going to do the Warhammer series, I was like, where the hell do I start? Because there's like 500 books and they're all like 500 pages long. And that is exactly what I did. That's exactly what I did.
That's what I hear is like, if you go into Warhammer novels, start with the Horus Heresy and work from there. I'm just like,
the problem is when I just look down, it's like Horus Heresy Part 1, Horus Heresy Part 50. And I'm just like, what? Part 1 is like 500 pages long.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm going to be here till I'm 50. And then I go on some YouTuber, and some YouTuber's like, I read all these books from him like the span of 2 years, and I'm like, oh my god.
Well, that's like, what was it, my best friend, or one of my good friends, he read all of the Wheel of Time series, and like, I think it took him the better part of I think it took him over a year. Because each book is like 500 pages minimum.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like I saw like one book for sale. Like, I was walking with my brother and sister in Manhattan, and like we were just walking down a random street, and they had books just out in like on a random like bookcase on the sidewalk, and like book 4 of Wheel of Time, and it was like almost 500 pages, and it was thick.
Yeah.
I was like, the hell. Like, I would have bought it, but I didn't have like any of the other books, so I was just like, fuck it. I'm like,
Do you know what book series?
because once you get one, you have to get one.
Yeah, like the Dragon Age series by Gator is actually phenomenal. Like the books are really well done.
Right.
The first one, which was I think it was a Stolen Throne, was it Shadow Throne? Yeah, it's a Stolen Throne. It's really well paced.
Okay.
And it's so well tied to the first game, Dragon Age Origins, like in terms of like the characters and the build up to all of this stuff. You're like, oh, that makes a lot more sense now.
Mm-hmm.
Like it actually improves the game.
I don't know. I'm less of a epic fantasy guy. I'm more of a sword and sorcery dude.
Dragon Age Origins is low fantasy. It's very low fantasy. There's less magic. Isn't real magic's there, but there's no like high fantasy stuff. The series gets more high fantasy as it goes on, which is disappointing because I like the grittiness of it.
Well, high fantasy and low fantasy are different from what you're saying. Low fantasy is where it's like Harry Potter is low fantasy because it's based in our world.
Oh, no.
High fantasy is like Lord of the Rings and like Dragon Age. Like that's.
I guess it's more like dark.
Like
fantasy,
low
but there's not
low fantasy is always based in our world, whereas high fantasy is always created. It's like a completely different world.
Yeah.
That's completely fictional.
No, it's because the original Dragon Age game was based off England.
Right.
So it just had a lot of inspiration from England. Like, for example, the Banner, which is just basically the lords. And you had the lands meet and stuff like this, and it was just England. And it's like, this is just England.
Right. But like Dresden Files, Harry Potter, was it Percy Jackson? Those are low fantasy.
I've not read the Percy Jackson series. I probably should.
I didn't hear about them until the movies, and like apparently things changed in the books that were really weird.
Yeah.
Like the first few books are good, and then they kind of not fall off.
It's weird. I started reading a ton of philosophy in uni, right? And then I just went straight to anime. And I just finished like Tokyo Ghoul, and then I dropped the philosophy, and I was like, yeah, okay.
I mean, it's not necessarily a non sequitur.
No, it's just like manga has just ruined my ability to read anything thick at this point. You know, it's like why am I reading this when I can just read like Bleach?
Yeah. Alright, I'll be right there.
That'll be BRB, alright?
Oh boy, fuck you.
But like I have Razor Fist's first Night Vale book, which is stellar. I have his second book, the Death Mask, but I haven't read it, cracked it open yet. Shad's book I couldn't get through. Did Val leave? Oh, he's muted.
What's up, kid? Let me finish the box. Oh, New World. Oh, no.
Yeah, is there blood in New World?
Maybe.
Like,
Slightly, maybe?
I think a little bit.
It's hard to tell.
Yep.
I'm gonna be deaf as I'm listening to the story of Final Fantasy XIV.
Long story. I mean, Realm Reborn is like 100 hours or something, right?
I don't know if it's 100 hours still, but
Like, the whole story is like several hundred hours of gameplay.
Well, wish me luck.
Godspeed.
there's just. I didn't know that.
I mean, my issue though is just like once you go like I would prefer a more grounded story. Like to go straight into and then up
I'll be
to
right
like
there, buddy.
gods and stuff. Just not.
That was we gotta finish the dungeoning, so that's what I was meaning by boss.
I just I don't know. I think it's a bit. I don't know. I feel like
I get
they
it.
should have dealt with like different like
The
overthrowing
power-
the king or something, and then like.
So like the power scaling is just so rapid that it just loses its way.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. And then like
but-
Xenos is
You need to
basically
jump up and down, buddy.
yeah.
just like
I don't like it. I don't like it either because it just you're burning through so much lore of the world with so much world building. That is
well, they
affect-
basically burn through it all, and then they basically just melt it.
yeah.
Right.
There's nothing to replace it either. There's just kill the god. That's it. You're done.
Sorry,
You're-
spoilers.
I to be fair, I went away. I came back. So I just I'm like missed 90% of what you said.
Oh no, I was
Keep the
saying
thing
like
off.
when it came to like fantasy stories, like I have Razor Fist both
Downstairs,
both
while we're
books.
right down.
Oh, okay.
The Night
No,
Book,
it's-
the first
You're in
Night
about
Book,
5-10 minutes.
The Long Moonlight is very good.
Because I gotta beat the
I
boss.
haven't cracked open Death Mask yet.
Oh my
Got it
god,
for
it's
I'm
Skyrim.
here, yeah.
Got it for Christmas, but I haven't done it yet. I could not get through Shad's book.
Is it bad? Is it good?
It's not bad. It's just the narrator. I hate his narration. It's
Wait, did you audiobook it, or is it just like?
no, I physically read it. I don't like
Wait,
audiobooks.
Okay, is there a narrator in
But also, too, I listened to a sample of his audiobook and I wasn't impressed. Like,
Oh, okay.
me.
So just stick to the YouTube videos then.
Yeah. So, no, his audiobook is like done by professional people.
Oh, so it's not him.
No!
No. But like, even the narration I wasn't impressed with. I thought just the narrator, the voices were flat. I'm just like, okay, this is fine. I'll just stick with the book. But no, his narration is just the wording he uses in the narration is just it breaks the immersion for me. It's too modern for a fantasy world.
Okay.
I think. Like, there are some things that are like, okay, that's funny, you know, and in terms of like the wording he uses is fine, but like I was reading it and I was literally just hearing like him narrate, and I'm just like, this is not.
It's just been watching so much of his content.
No, it's just the way he writes is the way he talks.
Okay, so
And
it's
I'm
not
just
like.
like,
Yeah, okay.
and like that can be fine to some degree if you like. It can be fine to some degree. Like I've done that before. I stopped doing that a while ago.
Well, that's how normal a lot of people do it. Right?
But
I've been in
like-
situations. I've been in like situations where on Twitter, right, where I've had to stop talking, like writing where I talk, and just like properly write something out, like
Yeah.
the way it should be written, and then people are like, "You're a bot," and I'm like, "No, that's."
Twitter's
bullshit."
different, right? Twitter's like more.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about like if you're writing a story, don't
Yeah.
write how you talk,
No.
you know, and just like his world building, top notch. Like his world building is great.
Is it good? Yeah, okay, that's good.
Like the world is really complex and in depth, and it's pretty good. Like it's very interesting. Just I couldn't get through the narration. Also, too, freaking like he had like a bunch of proofreaders write his like go through his book. Dude, there are freaking errors on every page. I swear, it's just terrible.
You may want to point that out to him and send him feedback.
I thought about it, like as someone who is a professional or was a professional proofreader, dude, that's a disgrace that there are that many errors. Like I only got halfway through, and I counted like over like dozens of errors. Sometimes there would be multiple errors on one page, and it was just really disappointing.
You know, I'm just gonna say this. I've just seen the Mass Effect crossover for Destiny in the cosmetic, and I hate it because I want it.
I like it for Titan, except the helmet.
I really want the Leah.
I don't even know. Oh, you're a
That's
warlock, right?
Yeah, I'm Warlock.
Yeah, I don't even know what it looks like on Warlock.
I really want it. I'm just like, it looks like Liara's outfit.
I'ma go chill and leave you guys to your discussion.
All right, take it easy, dude.
See ya, see ya.
See you next time.
Yep.
Bye.
I'm enjoying Destiny. I'm enjoying being back. Like taking a break was probably the right decision.
I'm enjoying the gameplay so far.
I didn't realize Iron Banner because when I left, like I've done a lot of the previous like Iron Banner and stuff, and I was just like, oh wow, it's like control and that was interesting. I don't know if there's been any improvements to Gambit or anything like that.
As far as I'm aware now, they really haven't done much to Gambit, which is unfortunate.
I still need to finish off Harry Potter Legacy. I still need to finish off like Dragon's Dogma.
I'm enjoying Dragon's Dogma.
Harry Potter, Hogwarts Legacy. It's good. I mean, I never got into Harry Potter. I grew up with it.
Good reading it.
Just because, I was what? Third grade. First book came out, so what was that? 98, I guess. 91 was the first book came out.
Was it 97? 96, 97, 96. I think it might have been 90. It must have been like 97, 96.
97, 98. Wow, she was cranking out a book almost every year up until 2000. Yeah, no, 97. So I was in third grade.
Oh, cool. I was born.
I never got into them really. I mean, they have a cult following, like really cult following.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, in the UK we've got Harry Potter, like Harry Potter World. Where it's like you go to the set where they filmed it, and we have like the same with Warhammer. We have like Warhammer World and stuff like that here, where you can go to where they like do a ton of stuff. But it's just like it's a bit like there's not much to do in the UK in terms like America had certainly the dominance on like just entertainment and stuff being produced.
I mean, yeah, we literally just
you crank stuff out. It's insane.
That's our export. That's our main export. Well, not in oil, but kidding. That's political.
No, I think we.
That's a political joke.
No, I think we switched to it, but no, I think you are that now for us. But no, like American culture has just become so dominant over here. It's like it's weird. In some cases,
yeah, I don't like that.
Like Doctor Who has been really transformed by it.
For the worse too.
The production qualities went up, but it used to be like an event where you go with your family on a Sunday or on like a Saturday, and it'd be like you'd be sitting around with your parents to go watch the series, 1 week at a time. Then there'd be a bit of break, like a 2-week break, and then you'd go back, and then you'd have, you'd wait half a year, and then you get the Christmas special, and then it's just tapered. Ever since like 10, it's tapered off.
I don't know. Ever since was it Matt Smith? After Matt Smith, it just went downhill. I'm told.
It went downhill with Smith, like because they rebooted because they
rebooted it in like what was it, 2000 something or other?
No, when you had the original showrunner, the screenwriter leaves, and then they give it to Moffat. But then Moffat's great at writing individual episodes,
right?
And he wrote some of the best ones. The problem is that it's not good at architectural stuff. So it's like when you come to Matt Smith's era, it's a bit hit and miss.
Yeah,
it's a lot more childish. Like it used to be a lot darker during the earlier seasons.
Right. But like, I don't know. I tried to get into Doctor Who when Tennant was the Doctor, but I was so lost. I was like, Like, I've seen probably one episode of Doctor Who, and I was just lost the whole time. I didn't know what the hell was going on.
Yeah, I can tell you from a childhood standpoint, like when you got to like Dave Tennant's era, and because it was a big thing, like you know, it was coming back, like
I think I was 13 or 14, so like 2004-ish, 2003, 2004, maybe 2005. But like, I watched an episode and I was like, I have no idea what's going on. It looks cool, but I'm lost, and I just
it's because the show like our parents watched it right when they were children, so it was a big thing that it was coming back, and then when it came back and you had Christopher Eccleston who was playing it, he was a really good, he was a really big actor at the time, and it was like, wow, this is really happening. And then the first season really hit off, and then when it really came into its stride the Tennant's era, and then you had like you know, the Daleks coming back properly and things like this, and everybody was losing their minds. Like it was like on the news and things like this. Constantly. At the time, it was just a massive cultural hit, and everybody. It's like I think the BBC was like, "Yes, we're back," and then you had things, and then by the time you got to the end of Tennant's era, like BBC was pumping out things like Downton Abbey, which was really big. You know, people love that show. Yeah, it's big. Yeah, it's really good as well. It's like they were doing stuff like Taboo and things like this, which was really good as well. And they just kind of, BBC's just kind of sank downhill now. It's just like they don't really produce anything. Like they just do a lot of reruns instead.
No, they still do Planet Earth and Blue Planet, which people like my brother eat up.
I thought you were going to say Blue Peter. I was it's one of these things where it's like a children's, almost like, you know, almost when you had like Nickelodeon, it would be like a Nickelodeon game show thing.
Right, okay. No, yeah. Like, what they don't realize is like, those David Attenborough, the documentaries don't tell the truth all the time.
To be fair, it's just like a lot of stuff. Like he's much bigger. He's really big in the UK, and you know it's all about a lot of this stuff. Like it's, I don't know. It's like I've seen it taper off more. Like people like Clarkson's Farm a lot more these days than, you know, documentaries about the planet.
Yeah.
But it's also because like American stuff has become more available in the UK, so you've just got like the Discovery Channel at this point, and you know, like because I never had like Sci-Fi Channel or anything like that growing up.
Yeah, no, I had Sci-Fi Channel. I had a lot of stuff,
the Sci-Fi
but History Channel used to be good. Now it's all Ancient Aliens and shit like that, which is like. It's
I was so caught off guard by Ancient Aliens. I was like watching the History Channel and one day, and I was like, I didn't know it was Ancient Aliens. And I was like, that's an interesting show. I was like, watching it, enjoying it, you know. And then all of a sudden, it's like,
it's not Ancient Aliens is not the what the argument for Ancient Aliens is that, hey, it spotlights all these weird, crazy, ancient, megalithic things that are just like, we don't know how they got here or why they're here. I don't know, but this is really crazy. And then when they throw aliens, like, hey, aliens did this, it's just like, I don't know, maybe not, but it's really cool that this thing exists.
I just love it because it's like, you know, it's like the American Yeti. Did the Chupacabra exist? And I'm like, that's awesome. You know, it's like Blair Witch Project. Yeah, it's like Blair Witch Project style stuff where it's like, oh, we'll go with like ghost chasers and things like this. I love all this from America. It's great. It's like the best stuff ever.
Yeah, I mean, I have to watch Ancient Aliens just to see like what they point out. But like generally, I'll just like, I mean, they had really good documentaries. Like they basically they did a lot of things like shattering the image of Abraham Lincoln.
What happened? What, was it like
he's revered as like this god. He's basically revered as like a god.
Because I'm gonna wrap up the stream, bud.
As a president, and in reality, he was like highly tyrannical.
Okay.
And,
wait,
like,
did you watch the Razor Fist video? Don't lie.
Yeah, a lot of his videos, the video where he's like citing historians is from the History Channel, and it's just like,
those are just like little plates. No, chat. RS says, "Are you playing a magic class?" I was like, "I'm playing healer."
Melee healer.
Does New World have like a cleric class then?
I mean, that would be kind of what I'm playing with the.
That's basic, yeah. Especially with the flail now.
So it's basically a cleric. That's awesome.
Yeah, they have. Well, at first there was just one healing weapon, right, which was the life staff.
Yeah.
I swear they need to bring back the old life staff.
Is there a disparity between magic and melee classes then? Is it just like when if you're in PvP with a melee, are you just scuffed?
Yes. ISO.
In PvP, it's mainly it's a mix. It's a mix of melee and ranged, but not necessarily magic. Like bows and
Looks like
muskets
Medusa.
are big in PvP.
Okay.
It's a boss probably.
So what does magic mainly excel in? Is it just PvP? PvE, sorry, is it just PvE?
It helps with resistances. Yeah, it's mainly a PvE thing.
Okay. So is magic more support then rather than offensive?
There's only 1.5 weapons that are no.
Don't worry, we'll take them.
There's 3 weapons that are supportive, but 2 of those also have a damage tree.
Okay.
So you have the life staff, you have the void gauntlet, and then you have the flail.
Yep. World means something's going on out, in the overall game map.
I don't know much about the flail because it's new and I haven't had hands-on with it.
I like the
played
flail.
New World in season 1.
I like the flail.
The void gauntlet has a really big nuking tree.
Oh, okay.
It can do some serious damage and have
Yes.
yeah. But then it also has a support tree in which it has debuffs, buffs, and a small heal. So it varies. The life staff is basically you played FF14, so basically it's either Scholar or White Mage. Is those 2 trees. I want the original back. I want the original life staff, where it was healer and then life steal.
Okay.
That's what I want.
Yeah, I'd like to see them bring in some other gaming weapons.
I'll
be right down, bud. Are you talking to
the original?
Let's go, Daddy.
The issue was that
all right, yeah.
a life steal tree, I think, was too strong, if I recall correctly. So that's why they took it out. But they also felt it needed to be more supporty. They needed a dedicated support weapon. So that's why you have the protector tree and the healing tree, and then the shield tree.
They got Cameron and Paul, and they got RS over there. Careful, you're knocking stuff down. My office, you're making it a mess.
I still want a life like a sight.
Those are
That's a life steal weapon, that's what I'm
So you want
Reaper,
Paw Patrol.
and Reaper, or in this case it would be, I would like it more like Sorceress and BDL.
Alright.
Okay.
Because Reaper's a weird class, right? Because it's they call it Reaper, but it's really just like a demon,
yeah. It's not a necromancer or something.
like a demon hunter sort of class, right? Where you harness a void entity to fight with you, basically.
I'm just saying, keep talking, because I'm doing better in Iron Banner with you talking than this.
I have to. RSJ fan says your son is adorable.
Yeah.
I also have to go soon because dinner's gonna be ready.
Yeah, we can make some either videos tonight or.
I still haven't lived
But
Yeah.
isn't it
It's like midnight. Yeah, it's literally midnight.
it's like 1 o'clock?
No, it says 5 to midnight, yeah.
Okay.
No, I think. Let me think about it.
Yeah, so Reaper in F14 is
It's Super Mario
What
Party! Yes, Super Mario Party on this?
Gabe, come on, buddy.
he's talking a
Yes,
lot.
Super Mario Party on this?
Like, oh, I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm down. Hold on, Gabe. I gotta focus on this boss.
Who is he?
He's a big old plant.
Yeah, so it's like harnessing a void entity and having it fight alongside you, or having it help you fight.
Yeah.
Whereas in BDO, it's you have I don't even know. It's like
Why?
it's like a different
Dave, I
form
need to
of
focus.
like shadow black magic.
Okay.
Like kind of hard to explain. It's like so in BDO you have the sorcerers who have black spirits, but they're able to tap into. I think this could be like completely wrong, but this is what I've gathered. They have black spirits, but they're also able to use magic.
I'm gonna have to dip out, guys. It's been.
All right.
I was like, I'm gonna stream for about 2 hours, and Gabe wants to go watch some toy videos and whatnot. So I'm gonna go.
Enjoy
Okay.
the night, Brian.
Looks like I got the bug there, like where my flail is in full. You know.
Oh yeah, it's long.
Yeah, long flail.
That would go down.
Yes, we are. All right, thanks everybody for hanging out. Hopefully y'all have a wonderful time doing whatever you're doing out there in the world. Thanks for being you. Bye.